Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. This is episode 37 of the Canadian Geekcast. You probably wouldn't believe it if you just tuned in with some of the issues we've been having so far, but that's what we get for being away for what, close to 3 weeks? Something like that?
2 weeks, 3 weeks, yeah.
Two
Something like that.
We're getting there though. It'll next episode we'll be back to normal. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, one of us
I'm
will be missing.
No? If you're just joining us, if this is your first episode, we are a group of 5 Canadians that like to get together every week to talk about everything geeky, from movies, video games, to anime, TV, whatever catches our fancy. If you like what you hear, you can drop us a tweet at Canadian Geek CST, or you can shoot us an email, which is at CanadianGeekCST@gmail.com. If you'll let us know what you think, we might read it on the next show. It's been even longer since I've been on the show because I was sick and on call and then visiting family and everything. So I'm your host, Matt, and joining me today is Steph.
Hello, everyone. Technology sucks.
And we've got Josh.
What's up?
And Steve.
Happy New Year, guys.
And we've got Dennis.
Hello, I don't want to go back to school.
You poor baby.
Tomorrow, muffin.
Wait till you become an adult and enter the working world.
Yeah, you always
like the
say
rest of
that.
us.
I don't like when you say that because it reminds me of my dad, and he always said that, and I didn't like it either way. So, yeah.
He spoke the truth, that's the thing.
He did, yes.
Oh, he spoke so much truth. He yelled it as well.
Honestly, I'd rather go back to school on Monday than...
Yeah, it's honestly not that bad because I only have 2 days of school basically, so that's nice.
Sounds nice.
It does.
My goodness. So we are currently live on Mixer and on Twitch. If you guys are watching there, I know we've got Queen Jen who is watching us on Twitch, and Magus VA is watching us on Mixer. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Before we kind of dive into this episode, we've got a quick question of the week. It's what we've been doing over the holiday break. So,
That's a good question.
Yeah. Why don't we start with Steph?
I had a couple of hangouts with friends. We went snowboarding my friends went skiing rather at Blue Mountain, which is just here in Ontario. I walked around because I have knee problems and I'm old like that. And then what else? We did board game day, and then other than that, I played a lot of Smash. Like, holy crap, did I play so much Smash over that break.
Nice. That's awesome.
It.
Yeah. Josh, what did you get up to?
I just played some games. I started a fight between 2 of my buddies playing Risk Online. That was awesome. And while they fought, they weren't paying attention to me, and then I whooped their ass. So that was pretty sweet. Played some games with my kid, did some cooking, did a little bit of drinking.
Just a little bit?
Of water, of course.
Of course.
That's it. I mean, pretty easy because that's what I like to do during that time.
Awesome.
That was it.
Nice. Steve?
I did a little bit of traveling around. I went back home for Christmas. Played a lot of games, mostly like stuff, Smash, a lot of Smash. A lot of Beat Saber. I love Beat Saber now.
Where did you play it? Are you playing on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Are you not bored of the tracks yet?
No.
I'm so bored of it already.
Not at all.
How long have you had the game, though, Steph?
Yeah, you've had it longer than me.
About 4 times? 5 times? And each time I played it for about an hour?
Yeah, I'm still loving it. I don't know. I love the difficulty that it ramps up to. Other than that, nothing really.
Cool.
It's been a pretty relaxed holiday break, which was good.
Nice. Where's home for you?
Guelph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
No. Dennis, what did you get up to over the break?
I mean, video game wise, I really didn't play that much. I started and beat Psychonauts for the first time, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of overhyped, but it's still a good game. I can't wait to get into Psychonauts 2 this year, so that's cool. Other than that, I started like Nier Automata. It's a good game, but I really haven't gone that far into it. And I've just been watching like a lot of TV, to be honest. Like I watched like Letterkenny dropped on Christmas.
Yeah.
The Runaway season 2, which it's a good show. I really liked it. Yeah, and I've been watching The Good Place as well. I just caught up on the latest episode that I think was in December. So I'm caught up on that and ready to dive into what's coming next this year. So
Nice.
Yeah, that was something I also did over the break. Is just binge watch all 3 seasons of The Good Place. I don't know why it took me so long. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, it's the funniest show.
So forking good.
I'll have to add it to the list of shows I need to watch.
Add it to the Netflix queue.
Yeah.
Although
Sorry?
I was gonna say it's the fork and shirt, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll get these references once
You will. You will.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, you'll like it.
Well, you guys were right about Big Mouth, so
Told you.
I'll take your suggestions for this one. For me, I did some traveling to my various in-laws' places for Christmas. Lots of driving to up north and down south in Alberta. So I think I put almost 2,000 clicks on the car.
Wow.
Just in like 3 weeks. So yeah, lots of driving. And I ended up completing and kind of going through a whole ton of more side quests in Breath of the Wild because I still haven't finished that game, and it's been a year now, just over a year since that game's come out.
Almost 2.
Has it really?
Yeah, March.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was pretty much nose deep in my Switch in my mother-in-law's place the entire time. So, and I've been playing a lot of Katamari Damacy, because that game is just unbelievable. So good. The one thing, though, I found is that I don't like playing it in handheld mode because the Joy-Cons, the analog sticks, feel really weak. And I'm just really hard on the analog sticks because you're always pushing in one direction, and maybe I just get stressed as I start stressing out and everything, and I just put a lot of force on those analog sticks and stuff. So I prefer to play it in TV mode where I can use the Pro Controller, which is a little more rugged, but I'm playing a lot of Katamari. Like it's to the point where I'm actually having dreams about it.
Katamari dreams.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So yeah. But that's pretty much that. And I got and I've been playing a lot of Forza because I've got a driving wheel.
I saw your whole setup. It looks sweet.
It is. It's awesome. If you play Forza, the best way is to play with a good driving wheel and the setup. It's awesome. Highly recommend it. So
yeah,
that's kind of what I've been up to. Well, with that out of the way, shall we dive into our first topic on this episode?
Let's do it.
No? All right.
We can all go home.
Let's skip one.
We're done. All right. Our first topic of this episode is our quick news topic. We've got 3 points here. The first one is are we going to have another vaporware console like the Phantom? Slightly Mad Studios, who
Forgot about that thing.
didn't Slightly Mad, didn't they do Project Cars?
They did.
Yeah. So they think they're going to come out with a new console, which is supposed to be the most amazing console ever. Their CEO, Ian Bell, kind of, I think, is a little confused as well, because he's talking, like, for some of the specs, all we've got here is just kind of one tweet from him from the beginning of January, where he talks saying it's going to have 4K, there's going to be VR at 60 frames per second, which is not right. And he's a full engine for free to develop games, is kind of all we've really got about this console. He's saying that it's going to be equivalent in power to a PC 2 years from now.
Wicked.
So, the funny thing is that he was saying that the VR is going to be running at 60 frames, which
That's bad for VR.
yeah. So people were calling him out, and I think there was even some industry people that were calling him out. And he starts backpedaling. It's like, oh no, it's going to be 60 frames per eye, which I think is still not right.
No, it needs to run
It's not right.
It needs to run at 120 for both of you, like
For each eye.
for each guy.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and he's saying, oh, it's going to be interlaced and everything, and
Buzzwords. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Let me just look at this cheat sheet of words I put down really quickly.
Yeah. You gotta hit VR 4K, put some frames per second in there.
FOV sliders.
That's what you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some teraflops.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that, like, aside from the PSVR, which I believe hits that, I mean, because it has to, but, like, not even the X1 X or the PS4 Pro are hitting 60 frames at 4K, like, without VR. Like, it's just hardware-wise. This is going to be interesting. Either they're going to achieve all this, and it's going to be, like, $1,000, or
Right.
they're not going to achieve it all, and they're going to have to backpedal something bad, something fierce on it, or we're
I
never
could
going to
be
see
wrong, but we don't have any VR headsets that are 4K, anyways.
it. No, what's the resolution of the PSVR?
Probably
Would it at least be
720.
720?
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
great.
I mean, at least it's like at least 720 something. At least it's not like a 480 or or something like that.
No.
Apparently it's 1920 by 1080.
Still, that's
But
it
I
could-
guess with the cross hatching, like when you put it on,
Mhm.
it makes it seem less than it actually is.
Yeah, 'cause it's, like,
when I'm
right
playing
here.
something like when I'm playing something like Borderlands VR, you can just see the cross hatch on it. It does not look like it's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still haven't had a chance to give it a try.
I love
really,
PlayStation
really do.
VR. I played some like Tetris Effect,
Yeah.
which is a trip. Like, man, what a trip. But yeah, like, because the screen is so close to your face, you can definitely, it's not as clear as something on a 1080p screen.
Yeah, not at all.
But it's very impressive still.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I want to kind of pop my VR cherry with Ace Combat, but I'll take anything at this point.
Beat Saber.
Yeah, Beat Saber looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind trying Beat Saber. So this Mad Box, I think, is what they're calling it.
Mm-hmm.
We should. He says that in 2021 is when they're supposed to be coming to market, but we'll see if this actually happens.
Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think the last time there was a company that had outlandish claims like this was Infinium Labs with the Phantom, and that just turned out to be a mid-range AMD PC, at the time. So, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure we'll talk about this again.
Do we have to?
I'm sure this will get mentioned at some point.
One last thing about this that I thought was interesting was that they made a statement about they don't want to create exclusive, like pay other studios for exclusives. So the guys that made Project Cars, they're just gonna streamline their exclusive lineup. That seems really weird for me. Or it's a third-party machine.
Yeah,
It honestly just sounds like a PC.
it does. It very much does.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like the design of it either.
Why?
Why? I just don't like it. It looks weird.
Okay.
It looks too big.
It looks fun.
Oh, did you was there actually a picture of it? I
Yeah.
didn't see. I didn't
apparently.
see like a render or something. Or...
Yeah, I put up a tweet the day or two ago. It looks like Man Ray from SpongeBob.
Oh yeah. I remember
Oh,
that.
that's what that was. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's the Mad Box.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. Okay. Well.
What can go wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Exactly. Moving on. The Punisher is actually coming back for another season.
It was always reported it was coming back.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Netflix has been canceling so many series that I just kind of I thought that this was one of those shows that was getting axed.
It is.
Well, surprised.
It is. It probably is, to
100%
be
is.
honest.
Yeah.
And this is like it's gonna be probably the last season for it, as well as
100%.
Jessica Jones, which still hasn't gone canceled because they have another season coming up in 2019. From
Yeah.
what I hear. So
Knock on wood.
Mark my words. By February, we'll be talking about them canceling Punisher.
yeah.
Probably.
End of
But-
February.
For now, season 2 of Publisher is debuting on the 18th, which is in 2 weeks. So not this Friday, but next Friday. So if you're a Punisher fan, definitely check it out.
Sweet.
And the last part of our quick news topic, surprising no one, and I know this was something that we were kind of hoping not to talk about because we didn't really want to give him any more press than he already has, but we kind of had to figure something good to mention. Soulja Boy's emulator console has been pulled from online stores, and Nintendo has really gone after him.
Presumably. anyway.
Allegedly.
Shocking
Yeah.
nobody.
Shocking no one, yeah. So his console, if you weren't aware, Soulja Boy, who I think he had a hit back in, I don't even know.
2007?
Yeah.
2006? I was in high school, so... Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was finishing up high school, or I was in college at the time. Yeah,
You were
he
not
had...
finishing up high school in 2007.
No,
buddy.
no.
Don't kid yourself, sir.
No,
Sorry,
you
I
weren't.
graduated-
You weren't.
No, you're right. I graduated in... Yeah, no. What's it?
Because I started high school around that time.
I was gonna
so.
say, I think I was starting high school.
That's right.
It was either starting or second year anyway.
I think I was in grade 10, so...
Okay, yeah, no, I think I was in college then. Anyways, he was selling a console with the base price of $200 that had over 800 pre-installed games from PlayStation, NES, Game Boy, countless others. Supposedly it sold over and there was a handheld which had supposedly over 3,000 games. Could also run supposedly Switch 3DS and Vita titles. From what I remember seeing, people were saying that it's just a rebranded one of these consoles you can buy off of AliExpress. So it wasn't even anything special. It was just it slapped his name on it.
Yeah, the only difference is like an extra like $100+ with his name on it.
Exactly. Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah. And then Nintendo kind of started taking interest, but Soulja Boy was not scared. Pretty much called them out on it, and then
Called the gamer community as well.
yeah, he got called out lots, and then he got shut down. So
What a knob.
the guy's an idiot.
What a numpty.
It's okay, guys. We can look forward to him starting his esports team this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's also doing that too.
He's all about making that money, you know?
Because he hasn't got any.
No.
Yeah, that's true. You can only
Needs a
ride
quick buck.
You can only ride not like your Toto or something. You can ride on
Africa.
their big
Hey,
hit. Yeah,
Toto's
forever.
got like 3 songs, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. So, yeah, that's about all we were going to talk about Soulja Boy. So we're going to move on to our second topic. So this is going to be a kind of us-heavy episode a little bit, because our second topic is our personal game of the year for 2018. Originally, we were going to release just an audio-only episode where we just kind of talk about what our personal 2018 game of the year. Didn't really work out the way we expected, so we're throwing it into this one. Who would like to go first?
Let's give it to Dennis.
All right, Dennis, tell us about Yakuza and why Yakuza is your 2018 game of the year.
Actually, it's not. Yakuza.
Spider-Man?
No,
God
it's
of
not.
War.
God of
Yeah,
See, Steve knows me.
Detective Pikachu?
I mean, it's my handheld game of the year for sure, because it's literally the only handheld game I ever played this year or last year.
Okay.
What about anything on the Switch?
Yeah, I really haven't touched my Switch, to be honest. And I really haven't played any. but I did complete Detective Pikachu. Anyway, my game of the year is God of War for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly could do like a whole write up of why this is my game of the year, but just to like for God of War, the franchise anyway, I didn't like it that much, to be honest. It had a good like story there as far as like, but the gameplay was always like part of the reason why I just didn't like this game, and as well as Kratos himself, he was a bad character in those games, and I could not follow him on his journey and be like, yeah, this is my guy. With God of War, this game, there is more character development, there's more story, and to be honest, it's kind of more personal for me for his son Atreus, because it kind of goes on this father-son journey that I really appreciate, because it's I've had a father, so it's one of those things. It was kind of like therapy for me, just like get over what happened to my dad not that long ago. So it was like, this is great. This is a great story. It was kind of one of those games that it's not like it's not really that overhyped for me, because I really think the gameplay is good. The story, like it does all these things great, but not like going far above anything else in a way that it just doesn't do anything greater than like the story, gameplay. They're all equal. So that's what I'm trying to say. So I really could talk about this for like this game in detail. So I'm kind of thinking I may write something up about why this game I appreciate it so much, because I really can't do it on top of my head. Sorry. So
that's all right.
I just really love this game. The gameplay is good. The axe that has like that Thor feel.
Leviathan axe.
Yeah, you call it back just like Thor, and I really appreciate God of War just for like the Norse god mythology, because it's always mythology. I always hear about in like Marvel, and it really goes into detail like these gods, they're kind of ashholes, to be honest. God of War is my game of the year for 2018 for sure. Nothing really comes close. Spider-Man was good. The Yakuza games were really great. But there's nothing else to say. God of War is my game of the year.
Nice. Steve, what was your 2018 game of the year?
So I could be super boring and just echo everything Dennis just said for the most part. Anyways,
same.
Same. For God of War, but honestly, it's honestly a toss up for me between God of War and Red Dead 2. Both, I think, absolutely nailed what they were trying to do. After beating Red Dead Redemption 2, I think what they did in that game exceeded my expectations. I went in when they announced Red Dead 2. I was like, okay, great. Of course, I'm going to be sold on it. I do really appreciate everything Rockstar does, but I went into that game and certain things like interactions with NPCs, the storytelling itself is something that I don't think I've ever seen before done in games to that level of quality. One of the big things about the story, and Josh, you're the only one that
I just finished the main campaign the other day, so yeah.
So you're done
through that last bit.
Okay.
On the homestead.
Okay, so yeah.
Without go beyond that.
No, I'm not going to spoil a lot. But what this game does is it tells a fully fleshed out story and then provides an epilogue. And that epilogue could have easily been a $25, $30 DLC pack, and they just included it for free. It's
nice.
It's a game that had its own story, followed it up, all on its own. I think that's really uncommon.
You have to buy your horse online for $35.
What?
No, you don't.
Their online store. Everyone was complaining that it was ridiculous.
Well, there were issues with the monetization in that game, but you got everything, like a horse, a gun, and everything right off the bat.
Real quick, Steve, to your point about the epilogue being included and not as a separate DLC, I think they kind of had to do it, right? They're kind of, even if they didn't want to, I feel like they're kind of hamstrung because they did it with the last Red Dead Redemption. They did the same thing because you got through John Marston's story and then it switches over. And spoiler alert, if you haven't played the first Red Dead, you're going to hear about it now because it's been years. So what have you been doing? And then you play as a son who gets the redemption that for his father, for what happened to his father, right? And they could have done the same thing with that one back then too. I feel like they kind of had to do it this time too.
My point kind of also goes into the fact that if you look at the map where the epilogue takes place, you never go there before the epilogue. Like, you're not meant to go in that area whatsoever. That is it's hard to talk about without spoiling, but it's an untouched area that fans of the series will recognize, and they just included it when, if you compare it to something like they do with Grand Theft Auto, they give you start to finish story, and then they release like Lost of the Damned, Ballad of Gay Tony, that stuff for Grand Theft Auto 4. They could have easily done that with this game. I just think, it exceeded all my expectations, and for the amount of effort that went into it, I think it deserves Game of the Year. Nice. For me, at least. Yeah.
I sure hope that they do another zombie DLC because that was friggin' awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Josh, what would you say your 2018 Game of the Year was?
So what Dennis said and what Steve said are both great options, and they're very high on my list as well. But I gotta say, it's gonna be Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Surviving Mars. I don't know, man. Like I've put like over 100 hours into both of those games. I keep going back to Surviving Mars, even though I suck at it. I just love it. I don't know. It's fun. So if you haven't played it, try it. I guess it's probably but Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like they kind of they really upped the ante on that series this year, and like I'm well over 100 hours into it. There's still stuff I haven't done. I haven't even touched the first DLC chapter. I can't get it to work for me, for God's sake. It's irritating me. But there's still so many things I haven't finished, and I only just finished it recently. So if a game's going to come out and it's going to get you in there for 100 hours, you keep going back to it, I think they got something special there, right?
Yeah.
The story was great. The voice acting was fantastic on both sides. I did not use Cassandra. I know a lot of people are probably thinking that's blasphemous, but I was planning to play it.
Me too.
Apparently,
I was planning to play it 2 times.
You're not the only one, because in playtests, 2/3 of players played Cassandra, but when they had the actual player data, it was actually closer to 50-50.
Yeah, they were. It surprised me because everyone I talked to, they were all playing Cassandra for the most part, anyways.
See, once I figured out, and I'm gonna try not to give any spoilers, but once I figured out kind of where they were going early on in the game, I decided that I really wanted to see things play out the way they kind of did, the way they did. I wanted to see how that was going to work out because I thought it'd be kind of an interesting dynamic there. I will probably play it a second time and play as Cassandra, but I'm still just having a blast with it. Sweet. But still Surviving Mars, man. I don't know, like something like that. It's a build game. I'll just go real quick on that. It's like SimCity, but you're on Mars. You got to colonize Mars. There's like little stories. You got to scan the planet, look for mineral deposits and things like that, and you colonize it. And it's just they've done a really good job supporting the game post release, without just like, oh, here's some new stuff, here, pay for it. They put out some pretty big free updates out, and they're really active in the community, and they have a lot of fun with it. So I really dig that. So props to them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Steph, what would you say your game of the year for 2018 was?
I don't know where to start. I just started like writing down games that like immediately came to my brain as for like what I was constantly thinking like I wanted to play. I mean, Smash was my surprise. Like, I think my biggest surprise, and like I wasn't hyped. And then every time they did a trailer, I was hyped. And then like immediately after the trailer, I was like, why was I like hyped for that? I'm not that big of a Smash player. And then like I played Smash once at a party, and I was like, man, I miss this game. Like I need to play it. Picked it up.
That's all it takes.
Literally could not put it down for like 3 days. That was definitely up there. I don't know if I'd call it my game of the year, but like shout out to Smash for just completely hooking me in. That was like one of my biggest shocks of the year of like, I'm not that big into this game. And then the classic mode and the spirit board like completely turned me around and made me a Smash player. You won't be seeing me any circuits anytime soon, but I had fun.
Who's your main?
I kind of cycled through them, and I'm considering changing them up because originally I was like a Roy player.
Yeah.
But I really like Lucina because she's just like an easier to play Marth.
Okay. Yeah.
I really like Lucina. I like Kirby. So the fact that you start the Spirit Board with Kirby, I'm like, excellent. I've probably completed 99% of the Spirit Board with just Kirby.
I've been doing that with Link.
Yeah.
So I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah. Who else do I play? I play a bit of Pikachu, Bowser. I think I'm gonna get into Greninja.
Nice.
He seems really fun to play, and so does Robin.
Okay.
And I think that's about it, really. But yeah, anyway, so shout out to Smash for being a surprise hit for me. Overcooked 2, which continues... Yeah. It was exactly what I wanted. It was just more overcooked. Which is exactly what I think a lot of people wanted. And
that's all I needed.
A big shout out, again, because it's one of the few games that my boyfriend will actually be like, hey, let's play this game. Like, he comes home early from work to play the game.
That's awesome.
So shout out to Overcooked for doing something I didn't think was possible.
Have you played the expansions?
I played the Christmas one and the beach one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that's both of them, right? The Surf and Turf
and
the Christmas, yeah. Oh, yeah. The second, I'm like, oh, this thing came out today. He's like, we're playing it. I'm like, okay. So I have like a really warm place in my heart for Overcooked. Shout out to Dead Cells because Dead Cells was a genre of game that I'm like, meh, it's not for me. And then I played the game, like, damn, I love this game. I do not like that type of game whatsoever. That genre of like action, slasher, platformer, roguelike.
Yeah.
It's just not a genre I enjoy, but I really enjoyed Dead Cells because it was just like so non-committal. And that really fit my lifestyle of like, oh, I can just jump in and play like for 40 minutes and then leave and not feel any guilt and then pick it up again and not like feel like, oh, like what was the story and like what was all the... It's just so easy to put up and put down. So I really enjoyed that. And then Oxygen Not Included, which continues to update, just kind of like Surviving Mars. And I cannot stop thinking about that game. I'll like forget about it for like a month or two and then just like see something about it. I'm like, oh, I really just want
Which one? Sorry, I missed that.
Oxygen Not Included.
Okay.
So it's resource management / worker management game. I guess it's more of a worker management. So you start off with like a couple people in the middle of this asteroid, and then you have to like get resources, research new inventions and their tech, and then you just like build out. And eventually, now they've got rockets and stuff, and you can go to like other planets and stuff. So I love that game, and I cannot stop thinking about it. But I think like my overall game of the year goes to Spyro. Probably shocking nobody.
Yeah.
And it's just for the sole reason of like 3D adventure platformers have a very special place in my heart, and it's probably one of my favorite genres out there. And there's been a few disappointing ones. And I've always had some kind of nitpick with them. And the one who's done it best in this generation has been Mario Odyssey, which was probably my game of the year last year. And they just did everything right by me. It was one of the games I was like the most hyped for. And I picked it up, fell in love. Again, it's very rare that I have a game that I'm like, I'm going to 100% this game. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to get every gem, I'm going to get every egg, I'm going to get every Mario, every star, like whatever it is. It's very rare I get that feeling, and I got that with Spyro. So
yeah, it's kind of one of those remakes that it's like it feels 100% like the game, but they kind of add it onto it as well. Like when you start the first Spyro, you can see in the background there's some motivational posters. I was like, wow, for Nasty Nork. And then when you get at Nasty's loot, you can actually read them, and it's like, oh my god,
it's just so good. You could tell so much like love went into the game, and it's very rare. It's really easy to like mess up the nostalgia boner that we all have now. Like, it's so.
That's a great way to put it. I like
it. Is though. It's so easy to mess that up, and we've seen it exploited again and again and again, and it's like people not get it right. And Spyro's it nailed everything. Every dragon that came out was like really unique design and had their own personality. And it just did everything I wanted it to do, which was it's exactly the same Spyro. It just looks how I thought it did when I was a child.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
I absolutely adore it, and I love it, and I still have to complete it, and I feel extremely guilty for not finishing it, and that's all I can think about.
I'm sure you'll get to it. You'll eventually finish it.
Yeah.
Nice. For me, my game of the year 2018 is kind of a toss up between three. It's hard for me to pick between three games because there was really three that kind of I really enjoyed playing the most. Far Cry 5 actually is probably according to Xbox Year in Review, that's actually my most played Xbox game for 2018.
Yeah.
It was one that I couldn't put down. I kept going back to it to the point that it's almost completed.
Just before the next one comes out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I did do the Mars DLC for a little bit there before, and then I kind of went back to it. So, just exploring and doing the side missions is just a lot of fun, especially now that I can fly. That like once I get the helicopter, just made the game I think that much more fun. You get the helicopter with the auto repair, and you're pretty much invincible.
Yeah,
it's definitely OP, and absolutely love it. The one thing that I wish could have done better is the online co-op, because you can have a number of NPCs in your squad, but it'd be nice if you could have actually replaced each of those NPCs with another person instead of just having one.
Right.
And even if you could complete, because I don't think can you do the main story as well online, or is it just side quests? And
it's just side quests, and progression only sticks to your game, which I feel was the biggest fault. If I join your game, if we do a mission together, I still have to do it on my own time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was the biggest bummer for me.
So it'd be nice if that could have carried on to both parties, but I mean that's okay. The fact that you can have somebody jump in and out almost at any time was really nice. So there was that. Forza Horizon 4, I would say, is like the top, like for racing for me. That game it looks unbelievable. It controls great, and it's even better once you get a wheel. So you just feels that much more like you're actually driving a car. And then if you can get it positioned right and you've got like you're in the cockpit view, it looks unbelievable. Like I said earlier, I've just spent most of my time at this point just cruising around the UK, just cruising. Mind you, it's also partially getting used to the wheel because it does control very different. I find that the last couple of races I did, I ended up in last place.
Oh, really?
I'm not driving as hard as I did when I was using a controller, or I'm spinning out and everything a lot more often. So it is a little bit more difficult to control. But
do you have manual or automatic gearbox? Like
I play manual with clutch.
Okay.
As well, because like the wheels got the paddle shifters and it's got the clutch pedal as well, but then I also got the actual 6-speed shifter.
Yeah.
So I've already started modifying the controller as well. I've ordered new springs for the pedals, which is going to improve that. And then a guy at work is 3D printing me a stiffener for the shifter, because that was one of the complaints, is that easily. So it just adds some resistance. So, and then I don't know. I know it's an old game, but it is a re-release. Katamari Damacy. It's just quirky fun. Like it's all you're doing is just rolling up stuff, but it's just really quirky fun. It's it's not violent at all. It's pretty much anybody can play it. Really, it's very easy to play. It's got a fairly shallow learning curve, and it's a game that you could put it down for weeks or a month at a time, pick it up, and away you go. Like I hadn't played Katamari Damacy for years, and as soon as I started up the game, it was as if I had just finished playing it, a lot. So control wise is pretty easy. Even my 4 and 6 year old were able to pick it up fairly quickly.
I feel like
4 year
very
old not
cathartic.
so much, but yeah.
It feels very. If you like that, you should check out Donut Country.
I've been hearing good things.
It's this nicest way popular. It's like kind of similar mechanics in which you start with the hole and you you make things fall into the hole and the hole gets bigger and bigger.
Okay.
So you suck up a city or something, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the levels.
Huh.
But yeah, if you like Katamari, you should check out Donut Country.
Okay. I will definitely check it out. But yeah, that's sort of. Those are kind of the three games that really stuck out for me in 2018. Honorable mention is Hill Climb Racing 2 on mobile. Just because.
And Command and Conquer, right?
Candy Crush.
Although I have been playing a lot of Red Alert through OpenRA. If you like Command and Conquer, definitely check out OpenRA. It's an open source version of Command and Conquer, Red Alert, and Dune 2000. They're working on Tiberian Sun as well, which is going to be pretty cool. But that'll hold me over until the actual Command and Conquer remaster comes out. So
you got Command and Conquer Rivals.
I mean, that's really the game of the year, to be honest.
Right there. I put it down on my list. I was like, maybe there's a little shout out to Command and Conquer Rivals just for Matt there.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, I may give it a try, but I'm not going to enjoy it. Okay, so to be fair, I was watching a couple videos on like Command and Conquer and stuff, and a couple people were saying they were in the same position that I am, is that CNC Rivals is an abomination and everything. But then they're like, well, I tried it and I actually kind of enjoyed it. So, I mean, doesn't cost me anything to install, at least. And I can hide it from my download history if I needed to. So I may give it a try. But yeah, that's me.
Nice.
So, shall we move on to our third topic?
Okay.
We're talking. Let's do it.
All right. So, our second topic was our Game of the Year 2018. Our third topic is what we are looking forward to in 2019. What games are we looking forward to this year? And why don't we we'll go in the opposite direction. So we'll start with Steph for this one.
I was just getting my cheat sheets open because I was like, oh, I have no idea. I don't know. I feel like I've been so overwhelmed with the amount of games that came out last year that I just haven't even had a chance to catch up and think about this year yet.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a lot of stuff coming from work. The only one that comes to mind off of the top of my head is Judgment, which is coming from Sega. It's by the developers of Yakuza, and I have heard so many good things already because it launched in Japan already, and people have got their hands on it, and I have heard lots of good things.
Same here.
I'm just I'm like excited to get my hands on it because it sounds like it's more my jam when it comes to like themes and story. I like how they're introducing this like investigative thing. So yeah, and I feel like they're more comfortable with their engine. So I think they're just really going to nail it. I'm excited. But other than that, I honestly, there's too many games. I can't keep track of them all. I have the memory of a sieve, so someone will tell me something, and then like 2 minutes later, it's gone.
Kingdom Hearts? Not Kingdom Hearts?
Okay, look, I have a weird feeling with the Kingdom Hearts in which I never completed a Kingdom Hearts. I probably played a total of like 5 hours between Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Chain of Memories.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I like see the trailers, I'm like, like, oh, I'm so happy this is finally happening. And I don't know why. It's weird. And maybe I'm just like happy for like my brother was a huge Kingdom Hearts player, so I saw like a lot watching him play in and out. And I know it means a lot to other people, and I think like just seeing that and seeing people get so excited, and also seeing all these things where it's like Kingdom Hearts out of context, which is like my favorite videos on the internet. But I'm excited that people are excited. It's one of those things like Smash where I'm like, I'm weirdly excited for this game to come out, but I don't think I'll get into it because I can't be bothered to play the 1.5, 2.5 remasters and then watch all the movies and figure out that story.
I don't think there is really any way to figure out.
I'm still convinced that even
the amount of time and effort needed.
I'm still convinced that even if you've played every single Kingdom Hearts game, you don't know what's going on in Kingdom Hearts.
Kind of like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Oh, Jump Force. Jump Force makes me weirdly excited for like fighting games.
Yeah.
You have a pent-up rage, I think, Steph.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know. Like, you guys talk more, and I'll think about it. And if something comes to mind, I will bring something.
Yeah, we can come back. Yeah, sure. Josh, what are the big ones we look forward to in 2019?
There's so much to look forward to in 2019 as far as movies and games. It's absurd. Also, big shout out to Hellboy. Haha, suck on that, man.
Oh yeah. Are we just doing games or movies? Because like, man, I'm excited for Endgame.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about anime, My Hero Academia and One Punch Man new series season rather, and oh my god, there's so much good shit happening this year.
Yeah,
there is. It really is.
More Attack on Titan.
I'd say I'm looking forward to way more than my wallet is going to be happy with.
Yeah.
And my wife probably going to make me sleep outside. But Resident Evil remake, which is coming out in a couple weeks. Super pumped. Crackdown 3, Metro Exodus. I mean, come on, the Metro series is outstanding. So Exodus looks freaking off the hook, man. I'm a little unsure of Anthem, but you know, it's one of those things. Maybe.
Yeah.
Toe Jam and Earl coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you haven't played Toe Jam and Earl, you're missing out. It's a great series. Days Gone also looks great. Shenmue 3 apparently is coming this year, which will be fun. And you know, you guys might find this a little strange, but there's actually a Switch title that I am looking forward to.
Oh?
Yeah.
It's a
Luigi's
Pokemon?
Mansion.
Oh, hell yeah.
It is definitely not Pokemon. My God.
It's Animal Crossing.
And those are just like the ones that I think that we actually really do know about. I mean, that's my quick list that I made earlier. There's just lots to look forward to, but
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a good year for games, I think, on all platforms. It's going to be a great year for movies, especially like if you love Dumbo. I mean, if you like those animals that are kind of animated, but not, but sort of are or really are. I don't know.
Like Abu from Aladdin.
Yeah, or even like the monkey from Aladdin. Like the live action, but yet it's still animated remake of Lion King.
Lion King. Oh my God, there's so many bangers.
That's right. Yeah. Also, there's a rumor that Matt Reeves' Batman is set to go before cameras in November this year. So
is that what they're saying? Yeah, cool.
Interesting.
Spider-Man, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Star Wars, Jesus, like
what?
What?
What's Spider-Man?
Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Is that this year?
Yeah.
Yep.
We have 3 Marvel movies this year?
We have 3 Marvel movies every year.
That's normal.
Holy smokes.
And we got
isn't
Wonder Woman.
Far From Home? Does that take place after?
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Because I thought I read something like that's supposed to take place after Endgame.
I think it kind of has to, and it probably have them like trying to figure out how to get home or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is Mysterio's in it.
I know, right? And he looks so good.
Stoked for Mysterio on the big screen.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I like the way Spider-Man's going now.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is.
He's very good. He's very, very
Shout out to Spider-Verse, though.
I still need to see that.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it either.
movie
Best
of the year 2019
Spider-Man
or 2018.
movie.
Yeah.
What?
what I've heard.
It was my favorite movie of last year by far.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else, Josh?
No, I think I kind of covered a lot of stuff there, didn't I?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think so.
I mean, yeah, there's just lots for us all to really enjoy and look forward
yeah.
to, and like there's so much jam-packed stuff coming. Like, I don't know, we're gonna have to like change our format. I think this year it's gonna be crazy.
Yep. Steve, what are you looking forward to?
So I got a short list here. I'll quickly run through it, but I'm really excited for the new Far Cry New Dawn. That looks great. Anything post-apocalyptic, I'm in.
Far Cry Mad Max.
Yeah, exactly. Going off that, Division 2, super stoked for that. Again,
Yep.
post-apocalyptic. Same
Forgot
with
about
Rage
those.
2, yeah. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, that looks really rad. Put a grappling hook in with like a little bit of Bloodborne or Dark Souls in there. Hell yeah. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I know it hasn't been like with a confirmed date or whatever, but man,
It's soon.
one of the best Metroidvanias of like this generation. I can't wait for a new one. Other than that, Metro Exodus, I think that series is highly, highly underrated, and everyone needs to go play that before Metro Exodus comes out, because I think that's going to be a sleeper hit for sure.
I don't think it's gonna be a sleeper. I think it's gonna be a smash.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I hope so.
Think people have bought the other two games have been on sale like multiple times. You get them both for $25, and like how do you turn that down, or even less than that at sometimes, right?
Yeah. Well, on Xbox they're also on Game Pass, I'm pretty sure, which is another great way to get it.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, Pokemon Gen 8. Let's get it. Let's see what it's all about.
The actual Pokemon game.
Yeah, exactly.
You think that's coming out 2019?
Well, they've said so.
Is it? Oh, okay. I missed that then.
Yeah, they said like, hey, this is Pokemon. Let's go, get hype, everyone. But hold your horses, because we do have a proper one coming out next year.
Oh, okay.
Is there something coming out to Switch or something?
Pardon me?
Was there something
it's coming to
Switch?
Yeah, this is Pokemon Switch, Gen 8.
You're right.
So I think I'll be taking time off when that comes out. So.
And then the last one here is Trials Rising. I love the Trials Fusion games. Those are just like dumb fun, so I'm excited for another one.
Nice.
I forgot about my biggest, most anticipated 2019.
What's that?
Joker and Smash.
Oh, hell yeah.
Most anticipated.
Have you guys seen these Smash leaks coming out?
No, I refuse.
I'm stoked if it's true.
Leaks.
We'll see.
If it's been data mined, then it's a little more credible. But if it's like, oh, this so and so told me, but I can't say who it was, yeah, it's a little crap.
I also found out. I wasn't sure if it was coming out in 2019, but now apparently it is. Ooblets. It's a really sweet indie game, kind of along the lines of like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, like just wholesome, good farming experience. And
Sounds familiar. Like the name sounds familiar. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
It was a part of E3. They had an E3 trailer.
Okay.
They're being published by Double Fine. And they're Vancouver devs, so...
Shout out Canada.
And also Boyfriend Dungeon comes out this year. I'm so ready for that silly madness.
Nice.
I backed it on Kickstarter, so...
Cool. Dennis, what's your 2019?
Only 5 come to mind, really. The first one is Kingdom Hearts 3. I've put a lot of time into those games over the years on PS2, PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really play them on PS4 because that's, I've already played them. So, and yeah, like I'm a big fan of Kingdom Hearts games, so I've beat 1, 2, reaching like multiple times. So I actually do know a bit of the story, so I'm not that confused when people talk, oh, it's a confusing story. It really isn't, but
all right, Dennis,
it doesn't make that much sense either at the same time. But I'm still looking forward to it. It's been like, I think like 12 or 13 years since there has been a traditional Kingdom Hearts game, not counting all the, well, not spin-offs, but like they continue the story in some way, but it's not the traditional Kingdom Hearts game. So get back to that on console and PS4. Excited. The next game, I'm gonna skip all of February because there's no games coming out that month that I'm like interested in. And Devil May Cry 5 is one game I'm very excited, but I don't know if it's gonna be good or not because I heard some things about like the Xbox demo not being that good. So
I played through it. It was whelming, to say the least. I wasn't overwhelmed or underwhelmed.
You were whelmed?
I was just whelmed. Then again, I don't think I've really played Devil May Cry series or game, so I don't really know what I was expecting.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this looks pretty. Like the graphics look cool, but
yeah,
I don't know if it's a game for me.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that make me not want to pre-order it right now.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those games I'll definitely play, maybe on sale. Sure, if it's cheaper. But next game after that is Days Gone. Very excited for it.
Yeah.
Finally get to hear it from the studio who's been working on it since, because the last game they worked on was Uncharted, the Vita game. So it's been a while since they've actually made like a game. Let alone this is maybe their like first console game. I don't know, but I'm excited for that.
Think so. Is it?
I don't know. Maybe not the first console game, but the first console game in a while.
This generation, for sure.
Yeah. Or last generation. After that, just adding on to what Steph said, Judgment, very excited. It's Yakuza, but with a detective. I'm excited. I know someone who played through the Japanese version, and she loved it. And I'm very excited to get my hands on that. So, and other than that, I already said it before, but Psychonauts 2, very excited. Since I played through the first one, I see where they're going with the story, but very excited to get my hands on that and just like play Psychonaut games that actually looks good, because the PS4 game, the PS2 classic on PS4 does not run very well. So, so yeah, those are my games I'm excited for.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dennis. So just to follow up on what you were saying before, so Bend Studio, the last console game they put out was Siphon Filter in 2007.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
Siphon
that's right.
Filter. That's
for PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
a name I haven't heard in a long time.
So,
I've heard
they have a lot going for this game.
Yeah.
This is make or break it for them.
Yeah, I remember them being the Siphon Filter dev, because there's always, I always remember a joke on Podcast Beyond, like, are they ever going to put out a game? And here we are, like
11 years later.
Yeah, cool.
I found another indie darling that I need to talk about. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay.
It's called Tunic. It's made by Ninja
Studios.
Studios.
Hell yeah.
And it's basically like, it's kind of like old style Zelda games, but you're an adorable little fox.
Oh yeah.
It looks adorable, and I really want to play it.
Nice.
One last shout out for me that I just remembered that the DLC for Cuphead is coming out this year, and I'm stoked for more Cuphead.
Are you not excited for Guacamelee?
What?
Isn't Guacamole coming out?
Yeah, next week.
Well, yeah,
Xbox.
On Xbox and...
I see.
Has it already come out on Switch?
Yeah.
It did.
It was last month.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's also Skull and Bones that I'm also looking forward to see more of, and I think it's going to be this year.
I want to see more of that, because Do like
You know
pirate
full
games.
well you and I are both going to be playing it together.
I know. Singing shanties all night long.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, so for me, I am kind of excited for Anthem. I said kind of.
I just can't get pumped up for it, man. I'm trying, but
yeah,
I want it to do well.
Me too.
Oh yeah, me too. Especially because they're, Canadian dev. They're in Edmonton, so it's kind of a couple big things there. So I'm still debating on if I'll pre-order it. I probably won't, but I'll get it around launch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Anthem. Definitely Pokemon, because I thought it was coming out, and I didn't realize it was coming out this year. I thought it was next. So Pokemon suddenly shot up to the the hype list. Cyberpunk 2077.
Not coming out this year.
it's not going to be this year.
I was like, when's that one? When was that
I
announced?
thought the last thing that I read was saying it was 20, but okay, never mind.
That's wishful thinking.
Yeah, not this decade.
It'd be really cool if it happened, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're not talking this year. Like, we're going to see more of it, and we're all going to be like, give me that game, but that's it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But if it does, day one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No question.
Okay. One other that I saw that I thought looked really cool was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which looked pretty neat. So it's supposed to take place after Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So that looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind.
That's the one that got awkwardly announced during E3, right?
I think so.
Is that the one where they just showed or they didn't even show a logo?
They showed like a logo or something, or then they talked about who was doing it.
No, they
went into the crowd.
Yeah, they announced the title.
Yeah, it was super weird.
Yeah, there was a behind the scenes video which kind of got released, and that's sort of kind of what won me over a little bit for that one. New Yoshi as well, which I think, and Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah,
because Luigi's Mansion is so much fun.
It is. It's a good series.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to those. And then if it comes out this year, because I don't think we've really heard when. It could be this year, it could be next, but Animal Crossing.
I think they said it's this year.
Yeah, I read a little bit that it's kind of supposed to be, I think it might be sometime this year, so those are kind of some of the ones.
Nice.
Not too much. I mean, my entire back library is still... I could probably not buy a game for the next 20, 30 years, and I still wouldn't run out.
You're not wrong.
There needs to be like a blackout period every so often, just where people just say, you know what, we don't need games coming out. We need to work on our backlog.
Yeah,
I think we just need to freeze time so we can go through them all and just resume.
I need Hermione's like clock thing.
The time turner, yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that. Oh, and speaking of time turners, kind of hoping that Harry Potter, we get some more info about that Harry Potter one.
Oh yeah,
WB one.
You mean more information about how they poop themselves in public?
What?
Oh, you guys didn't.
What?
Look, one of my favorite things is Harry Potter discourse and how J.K. Rowling seems to be on a mission to push her fans as far as she possibly can. But they released this like trivia tidbit on Pottermore, which is I think it was like the founders or like their grandfathers or something. Like
it was on the Chamber of Secrets and like the origin of it.
Yeah, but like back then there was no toilet, so they just like pooped themselves in public, and then they had to retrofit the bathroom for the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah. So it wasn't until they like got closer with like Muggles that they decided, hey, these guys use toilets, maybe we should do this.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
Anyway, I think we were talking about the game, so...
So hopefully there'll be a poop your pants mechanic involved.
I don't.
I already got that in South Park.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Just thought I'd drop that knowledge bomb on you.
Okay. So yeah, that's.
How do we segue?
You don't segue. You just keep going through it.
Yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on to our final topic of this episode, which is the Nintendo Switch releases
Of the week.
January. Seems like it. Yeah, we're gonna pass this one on to Dennis. Take it away.
Yeah. So these are the video game releases coming out from January 1st to 11th. So catching up a little. Surprisingly, some games came out, but on the first week of January, but mostly Nintendo Switch. To be honest, like literally, there's like 3/4 of this is just coming to Nintendo Switch, and everything else is not Nintendo Switch. So starting with January 1st. New Year's Day, Xenon Valkyrie Plus came to Nintendo Switch. On January 3rd, coming to Nintendo Switch only, and these are the only releases, 11 games coming to Nintendo Switch is Dreamwalker, Catastronauts, JCB Pioneer Mars, Pang Adventures, The Aquatic Adventures of the Last Human, Pick-a-Pix Pieces, Mentori Puzzle, Job the Leprechaun, Animated Jigsaw's Wild Animals, Johnny Turbo's Arcade Fighters History, and Don't Sink. Coming to on January 4th, not a Nintendo Switch game. Coming to Xbox One is Legendary 11. But coming to Nintendo Switch only is Mad Age and this guy, 99 Seconds, and Fitness Boxing.
Okay, so I downloaded the demo for Fitness Boxing because I want to do something to actually get into shape that's not round.
Yep.
And so I played the demo last night, and I actually I like it.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people say good things about it, interestingly enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my wife to try it today because if she like it, I mean, I'm probably gonna buy it.
Right.
But yeah, it's it really eases you in. It's the explanations and everything is fairly easy. Overall, like, you know, just my initial impression of it, quite liked it. I only did about 10, maybe 15 minutes worth of workouts, and I was exhausted at the end. But I think that's also partially the fact that I'm out of shape. So, but I gotta hand it to Nintendo though. They like move over. We Fit Trainer. There's a new waifu in town.
New what?
You heard
Moving
him.
on. Yeah, let's my Wii.
On to January 7th, Absolver is coming to Xbox One. January 8th, Megalith is coming to PS4 via PSVR. On to January 10th, Aftercharge is coming to PC, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. Trivewave is coming to PC via Steam Early Access. Coming to PC and Nintendo Switch, Double Cross and Bear Me, My Love.
Oh, Double Cross is, if this is a game I'm thinking about, it's a Toronto dev. I'm just checking real quick. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, wait. Maybe it is. I can't tell. Oh, my internet's so slow. Okay, no, it's not. It's not the people I'm thinking of. Never mind. Resume.
Okay. Coming to Nintendo Switch only is Samsara Deluxe, Snowboarding the Next Phase, Overdriven Reloaded, Special Edition, Lightseekers, Inside My Radio, Combat Core, BQM, Block Quest Maker, Everything, Mecha Wars, Desert Ashes, Sega Ages, Outrun, Neko Navy, Daydream Edition, Ellie, Opiko, and Clock Simulator.
You actually put it in there.
Yeah, I did. I didn't see it, to be honest. But thanks
Game
for that.
of the Year 2019. Hands down, it's going to win Game of the Year at the Game of the Year Awards. Calling it now.
Okay. Coming January 11th, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition is coming to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
Woo! I'm stoked for this one too. Tales of Vesperia. Awesome game.
Yeah. Coming to PS4 and Xbox One is Hitman HD Enhanced Collection. Coming to PC via Steam Early Access is Bright Memory Episode 1. Coming to Nintendo 3DS in 2019 is Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey. And finally coming to Nintendo Switch only is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Stellar Interface, and Hive Jump. And those are the video game releases of the week.
Thanks, Dennis.
Hive Jump, I'm glad to finally be able to play it because I backed it on Kickstarter, never downloaded it for the Wii U, but it is also coming to Xbox. I think it's supposed to be coming to Xbox and PS4 as well. So I'm stoked for Hive Jump. So my name's I think my name's in the credits.
Oh, cool.
And there's a fortress and a character that I was able to name as well. That was part of my backer.
What'd you name it?
I named it. It was I think one of the characters was called Digger, which was my uncle's call sign when he was with the Canadian Air Force. And the fortress was I forget the full name, but it was based on the 410 Cougars, the squadron that he was in.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So I want to mention that there's a text-based adventure coming out sometime in let's go back to my 2019. There's a text-based adventure coming out this year, codenamed Project Truth. Somebody's narrating it.
Oh, okay.
Who?
I don't know, some Canadian here.
David Attenborough?
Yeah, it's David Attenborough.
Yeah, that famous Canadian, David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, just wanted a quick shout out for that because I forgot to mention that when I was talking about that. But the game that I'm working on, we're releasing a text-based kind of story teaser type thing to get hype. So that's coming out this year.
Oh, and the Double Cross is by the devs I was thinking about. So they are Toronto devs. So you should check out Double Cross.
Looks like we've got somebody on Twitch. I'm going to probably completely butcher your handle because that's what I'm good at. Walder Tur. I apologize. He's watching us from Turkey.
Hey.
I like turkey.
Turkey.
Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for tuning in.
Sweet.
And thank you, Dennis, for that. Again, for all the hard work you do on that games list.
That enlightening list.
It will be hopefully shorter next week. But I'm not making any promises.
It won't be.
Steve and I prove that it's not as easy as it seems. You do a phenomenal job.
I thought we did it splendidly.
I thought we did pretty good, but not Dennis. Not up to Dennis's level.
You're not on the Dennis level.
No. Well, I would say that about wraps it up for this episode. Guys, if people wanted to connect with you online, where could they do so? Steph?
You can find me anywhere at Maple Thistles. I am most active on Twitter, where, I don't know, it's a smorgasbord of random, whatever's on my brain that day. So, yeah, come join.
Nice. Josh?
Don't bother me. Leave me alone.
All right.
No, I don't know. I'm just mostly active on Twitter, I guess, at Xbox Canada. Sometimes I talk about fun things and sometimes I don't. I don't know. It's just whatever.
Are you going to be talking about making beer? Because you did that beer
I'm
supply run.
Going to be, I really want that other equipment. I might go get it.
I'm looking forward to hearing about your beer making journey.
Yeah, well, a friend of mine, he's doing it. He does it as well out in Ottawa, and we were talking last night. We might do something together soon. So
I'm looking forward to you sending me a case.
Yes, same.
Right. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Maybe that
for
could be
sure.
something else we could
Appreciate
open up for. We could open up a marketplace and we can sell like hats and shirts with their logo and our
beer.
own branded beer.
That would be pretty cool.
Without a liquor license.
Yeah, without a liquor license. Who needs a liquor license?
I mean, it doesn't actually cost that much to get one for small quantities. I've looked into it already.
I think it's just funnier if we do it without it.
Or we could just sell like attire at like hats and stuff, really expensive, and include free beer. Because you need the license if you're just giving it away.
Right. So we mark up the hat, like it's like $45 for the hat, but it includes some beer.
Exactly. You get a 6-pack
of beer. You get a free bottle of beer, sir.
Go.
Maybe a 6-pack, but
Steve, where can people find you online?
Just find me on Twitter at @svigvari.
And Dennis?
You can find me on Twitter at hunterslasher13, where I'll be like, I'm gonna be tweeting about my my blog because like over the holiday break, I transferred all my blog posts onto my blog, so there's like 38 posts of everything I've written for the last 5 years, maybe. So
cool.
That was tough. So yeah, I'm gonna try and write that thing about God of War being my game of the year, and maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 review will be on the horizon. So
is it live? Where can people find it?
You can. It's dennisbprice.wordpress.com. I was thinking of doing an official website, but I talked to one of my teachers and they said I shouldn't do that.
Why?
It's just easier just to have it like a .wordpress just to make it easier.
Okay.
They just don't want like official websites right now.
Right.
They say I can do that after though.
Yeah.
After
Is there a reason why you didn't go pineappleboy.wordpress.com?
There is a reason because I had that WordPress before this podcast. So
I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at ReggieFeesameme, but I'm thinking I'm going to start changing that up because the VA is kind of my branding, and so I'm thinking I'm going to change my Twitter handle to that as well. And then you can find us as a group on our podcast Twitter, which is at Canadian Geek CST. We've also got a website, which is canadiangeekcst.wixsite.com/home, where you can find our profiles and links to all of the shows. So big shout out to Megas VA, Maple, that's Steph.
Yeah, shout out to me.
Shout out to her anyway.
Shout out to Steph. Big shout out to Steph for actually being the host for the live stream, for getting that going. So awesome job.
Really sweet.
Queen Jen is also watching us, and Walder Reiter, maybe from Turkey as well. And any lurkers that we may actually have watching our streams that didn't say anything. So big shout out to you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. And be sure to tune in next week, where I'm sure things are going to go a lot smoother.
You say that.
Count on it.
I hope so. I hope it'll go smoother. And we might reignite the anti-pineapple pizza battle. But we'll see.
I'd hope so.
If I yeah. That'll be on the next episode of Canadian Geekcast.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.